That would suck.
It's coming up.
Otherworldlyculture.com. MrDoorknocker.com. The French teacher at Muskego High
I
School.
remember.
An umpire and a vampire face off week after week, reviewing movies outside their own strike zone. This week's movies, the 2022 movie, Netflix movie No Limit, and the, I never wrote it down, 1984 Night of the Comet, starring Camille Rowe, Kelly Maroney, Sophanie, Natalie Mitson, Catherine Mary Stewart, Jeffrey Lewis. Now two guys who had their initials atop many video games back in the day. If you ever saw it, it was ACE. Tim Kretschmann and Jeff Miller. And now listen, hold on a second.
All right. Hey, welcome everybody. I hope you're having a great Thursday evening. Though most people tell me they're not having a great Thursday evening until Dead on the Bases
That's right.
hits the air.
DOTB.
That's right. Dead on the Bases. Now, for those of you that are uninitiated, that one over there, he is a sports fan for some freaking reason. So I give him a horror movie to review, and then he gives me, a huge horror fan, sports movies to try to endure and see if I live or die. And it's just something he likes to do.
Right.
And we do that every week. He's Jeff Miller, and he's known as the Ump.
And he's Tim Kretschmann, and he's known as the Vamp, short for Vampire. And we are brought to you this week by Caesars Sportsbook.
We are?
Yes.
Well, what do you know about that?
Oh, I should have saved that for my sports segment.
You probably should.
We're not brought to you by them. We're brought to you by Domino's Pizza.
We are?
If it's not Domino's, wait.
It's something else.
No.
If it's not Domino's, it's something else we're eating.
Yep. And then did they avoid the annoyed? They were the annoyed ones.
That was them. Yeah, that was them.
I like the annoyed.
You do?
Yeah, because he was just.
You
You had to like the Noid, did you not?
I liked the Noid originally. Now that he's computer generated, I'm not into him.
I agree.
I'm not
agree.
into him.
100%.
Not into him. He needs to be full-on claymation.
Same thing with Star Wars. Those first three Star Wars now, 1, 2, and 3, Phantom Menace and all that, it's all got that computer generated crap in there.
Right. Now,
look at you just dismissing.
Yeah. For those that are wondering, if Jeff was aged in dog years, he would be fertilizing my lawn instead of sitting in that chair.
Wow.
Just so you know.
Wow. Geez.
I didn't use that one last week, so I had to
Thank
use
God.
it
It's terrible.
Oh, they get worse as the season goes on.
Why?
So anyway,
Why?
I think our fans call out for it.
I get a lot of emails.
Yeah, you were telling me you got a lot of emails. Are we going to hold that for the second half of the show?
I had 7 this week. Yep. 7.
You had 7.
Yep.
They are sometimes known as the Magnificent 7. Yeah.
Or? Oh, no, that's the Hateful 8. So I only had 7 this week. I bet you I get 8 next week.
I think we usually get the Hateful 8. But this week, we threw one out and it became the Magnificent 7.
All right. Tim?
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's tell them what movies we're going to
that's good because I almost forgot that we're going to do that. First, I turned the chat off. That's how that goes.
No, because what if they want to talk to me?
Well, then you can look at your screen over there.
Oh, wait. The comment
So the horror movie that I'm going to be letting Jeff speak about is Night of the Comet. Don't worry about that. I already fixed it.
Oh, good, because that didn't make sense.
I already fixed it. Okay. All right. So Night of the Comet is
1984.
What we're showing. And then Jeff subjected me to
No Limit, which I keep thinking it's called free dive, but it deals with the sport of free diving. And that's what I gave Tim. It's a 2022 Netflix movie. I think, did you have the one where it was, you had to read it?
Yeah, I had subtitles.
Yep, I did the same thing. I read it, and usually I don't like reading movies, but for some reason I got into this, and I had no problem reading.
I'm going to leave that alone. I had no problem reading. And somewhere a teacher is going,
thank you, Muskego.
Thank you, Muskego High School.
Thank you, public education.
Yeah. Now, as a disclaimer, Jeff did not get his typing skills at Muskego
No.
High School. So.
Well, I could have, but I cheated. And I'll be honest, I cheated.
You cheated.
I had Mr. Belmer for typing, and
You did.
yes, and so what he did, and so I was a little bit ahead of my time with the smart part of this, but then I was kind of dumb for not really doing it. So what he did was he would show us, well, we'd practice, and then he would show us on the blackboard, like he'd pull down this screen, and there would be the test. And he says, okay, go ahead and practice this. Well, I'm not going to practice it. I'm going to actually type out my paper. And then when it came time to, and then I'd pull it out, right? And then he said, all right, put a piece of paper in. I would put it in, but I put in the one that I already did. And but I didn't cheat well enough. I got like a B- in the class.
Not surprising in any stretch of the imagination.
Unless
Holy cow.
I don't know. I didn't try hard enough. But you know what? That was kind of good. I kind of flew under the radar.
Wow. All right, let's get things going.
Yes.
I'm going to start this week.
That's a good
do my
decision.
review
And I figured you were going to.
Well, it's because I already put that folder right
What is
there.
that one?
So
What are you talking
We're
about?
go-
Folders. It's a button.
it's actually a folder.
What's the picture
in the
of?
system? So what?
What's that a picture of
A picture of what?
that you just pushed?
That was a picture of me because
Oh.
what your problem is how incredibly attractive.
Do
it
I get a
is.
picture of me from my folder?
No.
Oh.
Anyway, we're going to get things going here with that. So, remind everybody what my name is. There it is. And
Website.
Jeff, what do you how do you spell my last name? Let's see. Anyway.
With a K.
Very good.
What if I got it right? I bet you I
Better
can do
than
it. I bet you I can do it.
Better than I expected. Better than
Kret. No, I'll wait till next week when I see it on there again.
Okay. This will be an ongoing challenge, ladies and gentlemen, here on your favorite podcast, Dead on the Basis.
DOTB.
So, No Limit is the name of the film.
Limit.
Netflix imported this from France.
Oh, they did.
Yes, it's a French sports film that Jeff assigned me regarding the sport of, it's actually known as competitive apnea or free diving.
Yep.
And considering I have a severe case of sleep apnea, I thought this was very insensitive of Jeff to give me this film.
Wow.
Actually, I think Jeff gave it to me because he figured, well, Tim knows a lot about holding your breath because I do that all night for about 6 hours.
You don't hold your breath, do you? Doesn't it just make you breathe?
No, sleep apnea means that you're literally choking as you sleep.
I know, but you have something that makes you breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a machine.
Yeah.
And it hadn't been doing so hot lately.
So that's why they call it sleep. It's apnea. That's why they call this thing.
Right. It's
'Cause
the
they're holding their
lack
breath.
of oxygen. Lack of
Wow.
oxygen.
See what you learn?
You learn things here on Dead on the Basis.
Yes.
I'm going to see how many times I can say Dead on the Basis.
Okay, you said it 3 times so far tonight.
Okay. No. Because I don't swear in this show. So the limit.
Okay. I want to watch.
What are you
I want to watch
about?
the pictures.
Yeah, you want to look at the pretty pictures, right? So the limit that's being tested throughout the film is one's patience as the story slowly unspools. Roxy is a troubled young woman who is led to the sport of holding one's breath while underwater by Pascal, the multiple-time world record holder. This is extremely odd since this man's nose is approximately the size of a Buick. It's also very odd that it's a competitive sport, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody from France is doing good in it. I'm being serious. Name an Olympic sport or something where they go, oh my God, France is dominant.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't happen.
No.
So I'm already having problems. But would you agree that nose literally has its own zip code?
Yeah.
It's like, I think what happens is he takes a little sniff, and he's basically got a 2-hour supply going. I think that's what happens. So a lot of the film details the mechanics of this voluntary suicide, with weighted sleds going down a line to a predetermined depth, and then air balloons taking them back up to the waves. I figured this out early. They explain it early. And then they proceed to show it over and over and over and over again.
Well,
over and over and over.
It's to make sure that
And when
got
you
it.
repeat something over and over and over again, it becomes tedious because it just keeps happening over and over and over
They
again.
didn't show it that many times.
Yeah, they did.
Twice.
Oh, bullshit.
Don't. Oh, I almost got it.
Bull dead on the bases. On their original dives, where they are simply just kind of flipping around under the waves and seeing nature below the waves, I understand the attraction to the sport. It's beautiful beneath the waves, and you see the splendor of reefs and animals and that. But then they get to the competitive world where you tunnel vision around this rope. And oddly, in this sport where you don't breathe, right?
Yeah.
The main piece of apparatus that they have is a sled with air tanks on it. And which I'm kind of like, well, then it isn't free diving. You got air tanks right there, but then they don't use it. That's used for the balloons to go back up, right?
Yeah.
Here's my thing. How many times, how many ways are they talking about, oh, safety is very important. This is very difficult, da, da, da. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, I'm not an expert. As you know, I've only been on this planet 500 years or something. But I looked at this 5 seconds and I said, I could make this sport safer. You put a frickin' air mask on the end of the tank you're already taking down.
Oh.
What do you mean, oh? Of course, that's what you should do.
That's a good idea.
They didn't.
That's a really good idea.
I'm not that smart. This should have come to everybody's mind. But you know what they do?
What?
Instead? They put divers like every, 50 feet or something
like
down?
to monitor
or
it.
Meters, I think, because they're all French.
Can we just say one thing about meters and feet?
Yeah.
Meters
are longer than feet.
I know, but the thing of it is that I remember being like in 6th grade and they said, yeah, you're going to learn a metric system and all that. And we never learned it. And we're like one of the only 2 countries in the world that doesn't go by the metric.
Right. Because we got it right.
Let's be honest. Okay, can I say, do you understand metric?
Actually, I understand metric better than,
Really?
Yeah, because it's easier. It
is
easier.
I just feel like I don't know. Go
But
ahead.
they have to make it easier if you're going to be in Canada or something.
Canada.
Have
Don't get me started about Canada. You might as well add Canada to my trigger. You might.
Would I trigger you?
Yes. Well, Canada does trigger me now.
It does.
Yeah, and if you know,
Hold on.
If you know, you know.
Hold on, everybody.
You can do your review.
Hold on.
You can do your review.
Here. Wait. It was supposed to go.
Yeah, nobody wants
Let's
to
try
see it.
this. There we go.
Tim, why? Why? You were in the middle of your review. Trigger alert. Yeah, add Canada.
I'm Canada.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Canada. All right.
What is it about Canada?
We'll just leave it as Canada right now.
Okay. Does anybody want to look at the list?
Oh my God. Status. Little people. Little people? You mean midgets?
I do indeed.
No ice and fishing.
Oh,
no ice in the fridge.
What?
Other people's dogs. No,
Yes. You know.
Spongy Bakery.
Okay. For those of you that think I'm full of crap, we were at Kuglich, remember? Or what is it called now? The Avalanche Grill.
Yeah.
Right? All I heard about, besides, now listen, stop, wait a minute.
Stop it.
Wait, what are you doing? Stop. All that. When that was all, happening, Jeff is like, well, the bun isn't very good.
The
I'm
what?
like, what's wrong with the bun? And he's like, oh, it's all spongy.
Yeah.
It's all spongy. That's what I got to hear
I don't actually
about.
remember that. Hey, where's Craig Counsell? You took your Counsell off.
It's in there.
That's not.
It's in there.
Nope.
It's in there. We adjusted too.
All right.
So
Anyways,
anyway,
go ahead. Back to
that was
development.
Jeff at his most crazy. So anyway, they need to just put a face mask on. But their approach to safety is they have a diver every 50 meters, let's say.
Yeah. Yep.
So what do? They don't even have something to put up to their face and say,
Yep.
here, breathe, live. They don't. So they're useless. What are they going to do? Well, let's cart up the body.
You know what, Tim? I thought the same things while I was watching
What a joke. Oh, safety is very important. Except for, making things safer.
Right?
Right? I'm like, what an idiotic sport. I feel like everybody participating in this sport is a mental midget and doesn't know what the hell they're doing, and I'll stand by that one.
A mental midget.
Idiotic. So, okay. Anyway, the movie focuses on the sport to a slight degree, mostly on the poor relationship and the incredibly boring relationship between the young lovers of the coach and the woman who we establish in the very first frames of the film is suicidal. Right? They show her as a young girl. The first scene, first shot you get of her as a young girl is that she cut her wrist.
Yeah.
Okay? So the whole time I'm like, of course she's going to be attracted to a sport that basically tempts death. Right? That's what this thing is.
Yep.
So to try to make the movie interesting, what they did is they took the two leads and had them have sex many, many, many times.
Twice.
Almost as many times as they kept going over and over, sending them down to the bottom of the water.
Damn.
Over and over, we see them humping each other,
Humping.
taking their pants down in some back dirty closet and just going at it over and over. And I will say, every time they had sex, it doesn't seem like love at all, but more of an athletic endeavor.
Well, they're athletes.
It's like,
they're athletes. It was an athletic movie.
Yes, with absolutely no love. I mean, it looked mechanical every freaking time. I'm like,
Mechanical.
wow, there is no passion here at all. And then, somebody's probably shocked. Oh my God, it's a French movie that's obsessed with sex. That's all they think about over there.
Is that a thing? I don't know.
Okay, and by the way, the French language, it's an ugly, guttural language.
See, you're just...
It's unlike the lulling beauty of a lilting language like a German.
I knew it. I knew this. I knew it.
It's, you know what it sounds like to me?
Huh.
Surrender, cowardice,
Yeah.
rudeness.
Yeah. Yeah. like what's their big word? Maginot line. Biggest, stupidest thing ever.
Help me out, America.
The Maginot line.
Anyway. So I will say this is not a bright start to this season. In fact, I can't even do a horror movie connection because everybody in this is some French fool.
Are you sure?
I wasn't even
Are
looking.
you sure?
I didn't look.
Are you? Oh,
I didn't
man.
look. If you make me look, I'll take one off the score.
I will look for you and give you one
Yeah,
off the score right here.
There won't be any.
There's one right here. I'll show you as soon as it
Okay.
pops up.
Camille Rowe.
Ca-
Oh, she was in
The
the
Deep
Deep
House.
House?
The Deep House.
That's actually a good movie.
You're
If
taking
you
one
want to
off.
see a go, okay, I'll take one off. So instead of a 3, it's gonna get a 2.
No, you can't go
Anyway.
reverse.
What?
That's no.
No.
You cannot go reverse. You got to give me a point.
I said I would take one off.
Wow, that's
No,
That's what we're
I'll
gonna
give
play
it to
this year?
3. I'll give it to 3.
well. No. I did the research.
All right, you
Deep
get
House.
a 4. You get a
Yes,
4.
that's what I'm
There
talking
you
about,
go.
people.
Fine.
He's not happy.
Give you
He
that
is not happy right
because
now.
you need it with such a poor freaking start to the.
But it was a
movie.
unique film.
I will say Deep House is actually a good movie. So if you're looking for a good movie, check out Deep House.
With Camille in it.
Deep House is scary. I like it. This movie, El Suclatoro, Boring Adios, is its species.
Those
name.
aren't even words, but all right.
That's the species name.
So you
That
gave
is
it an
the
8?
scientific name for. It's about to become 3 again.
You want to give it 3 so bad.
I do very badly.
But you should have tested me. You should know that I do my
Should.
research, right?
I know you do your research. I wasn't even interested. I was so happy. I saw the ending the ending crawl, the credits.
Yeah.
And I started saying, "Ding dong, the witch is dead. It's finally done."
Wait a second.
Wasn't much fun.
There was murder in here. That should have ranked some kind of points.
Okay, was it murder?
Yes. He killed her.
Okay. Now, you really don't have to see the movie. Because
I
he
did a
just
spoiler.
spoiled it.
Ah, man.
You're welcome, America.
You set me up for that.
I did.
You set me up for that.
And it went perfectly like all of my plans. Because I
Ugh.
am a 500-year-old vampire, and you're just
Why
a
did the ages keep
toy
changing?
in
I thought you were like
my hand.
628 or 647.
Actually, I got it written down somewhere.
Yeah.
What my age
So why you just spitballing?
Because it's kind of fun to do it that way.
Okay, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, actually, all right.
You're
calling me out on this, are you?
You know what's kind of fun?
He's calling me out on
Getting
my
a point
age.
because I did research.
That is good. I was born October 15th of 1211. That's what we've established.
Why did you pick 1015?
October 15th?
Yeah.
Because it's my birthday.
It is not.
I was born... Well, you pick for your vampire birthday, it's when you were bitten.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know why he's laughing about
I don't know
this.
because
It was very traumatic.
I've got an anniversary that's on the same date as 1015, but
It's almost like somebody was... Anyway.
there's no way you would know what it is. No freaking way.
Yeah, or anybody that knows you.
There's only one other person that knows what it is.
Yeah. Well, where do you think I get a trigger list? Anyway, everybody, now it's time to go to the sports segment, that part that you put up with.
That
Anyway.
we put up with.
Yeah, we put up with. Here we go. I have to press this one. Here we go. There we go.
Do we get music?
Otherworldly sport. In a second, first I gotta let this happen. There we go. And then I hit this one. And there we go.
Yeah, we need a little music.
Yeah, baby.
A couple beats going on here.
Woo!
So we are brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook. And
Not Caesar's Pizza, because we had Domino's.
Domino's, man, with the Noid. Anyways, here's the deal. I was completely wrong with my football picks last week, but
You're completely wrong to give me this damn movie.
But I can tell you who's in the Super Bowl coming up here.
Really?
Super Bowl will be
How can you do that when you're so poor at these
Kansas
choices?
City Chiefs will be playing the Philadelphia Eagles. And I have no idea. Next week I'll tell you who I think's going to win. Right now I have no idea. The Bengals should have won that game. There was a little riggedation going on there, but
Riggedation? Is that a word?
it's a word.
Okay.
It's a word in the Jeff Dictionary.
Jeff Dictionary.
But anyway, so the Bucks play tonight, and
Bucks. I know that one.
the Bucks
There we
are
go.
second in the
Right?
in the Big East.
Did I
Yes,
have it
exactly.
right? Baseball.
Exactly.
See, I know things.
Tom Brady retired, the GOAT.
Oh, Tom Brady. I know what that is.
Let's see.
There we go.
Yeah.
There
If
we
he
go.
would have just done that a year earlier, he'd probably still have his kids and his wife. If he would have retired a year earlier, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So
Why? Because he doesn't make any money anymore?
No, because he
Why'd
played.
she leave him?
Because he played again. He said he was going to be done, and he said, "Now I want to play." And she's like, "I'm out of here."
Wow.
So he's an
She
idiot.
threw one of these at him.
Yeah, an Emirates flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we've got the Super Bowl set up. We got Tom Brady
Oh,
retiring.
Super Bowl.
We
I
got
know
the
what that
Bucks
is.
playing tonight.
Okay.
We got Marquette beating Villanova the other night. They swept them again this year. Villanova is ranked now 12th in the nation. Villanova would be a good pick for the NCAA tournament. They're going to go far. And then that's about it. I'm Jeff Miller, and that's the sports I know.
Woo! Wow, that was a lot of sports that we had.
It
there.
kind of was, but I repeated myself.
Well, that's not really totally surprising, is it?
No.
Okay. So, here we go. This is where we remind you, this is our reminder to you to subscribe to this week's show. Unfortunately, it looks like it's not going to do its thing again. So we'll just...
Why? Why does it do that?
I don't know. It's pissing me off tonight.
Stop.
So, what? What did
That's
I
a
do?
swear, kind of.
It's not a swear.
Oh, hey, does this
You
have
wanna know what a
does it have
swear
batteries in it?
Yeah, but you're not going to...
Can I turn it on?
No, because you're going to sit there and out loud speak each letter as you go through it.
How do I reverse this?
You know, we got things to do.
No, I know.
here.
I'm gonna watch this. Watch.
No.
Where are the? Does this have numbers on it?
What are you doing? I'm not going to train you how
I want
to
to spell
this
something
thing.
with numbers.
No, I'm not going to train you on this right now.
Yes.
We're doing
This
a
sucks.
show.
This doesn't have numbers. Oh, there's how you get numbers. You know what? You can talk while that's frozen up.
I don't know what's going on with my machine. It's doing this to piss me off.
Yeah, just like, yep.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, here's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Ladies
looking
and gentlemen,
Yep.
Horror Realm is coming up, and it's coming in
28 days, 21 hours, 32 minutes, and 20 seconds.
20 seconds, yes. March 3rd through the 5th at the Crown Plaza in Pittsburgh. It's going to be a great time.
Pittsburgh's known as the zombie capital of the world.
Yep. And we're both, Jeff and I have interviews that we're going to do as the panels
Tony Moran.
that occur. That's correct. You have Tony Moran.
And you have the Terrorizer.
I have Terrorizer might be close too, but Terrifier is the name of the movie. And I have the director, Damien Leone.
With a name like Damien, you'd think you'd make horror movies.
And I have Mr. Thornton. He is playing Art the Clown, who everybody tells me I should have given that movie to Jeff because he loves films with happy themes and clowns.
Nope.
But he decided he wanted to really see Halloween. So that's how that all works.
That's why I have next week, and I'm doing that because I want to do the best I can for the public. So when the public comes to see Tony Moran, I want to be able to give them the best panel that they could have. And the only way I can do that is by watching that movie.
It's fantastic, and that's all coming March 3rd through the 5th in Pittsburgh. Get your tickets now. They're going quickly.
One thing, I think we should stress it's Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The reason why is because I just found out there's a Pittsburgh, Kansas.
Nobody was going to Kansas by mistake.
You never know.
Nobody. If you want to learn more, you can go to horrorrealmcon.com. So it's con, then com.
And then you can request to have something signed by Tim and I at Horror Realm. We'll sign something.
At a nominal fee.
Well, no, I'll do it for free.
All right. I'll bite you on the neck.
Okay. Because you're 612 years old.
Something like that. Well, you know, the first 500 you're really counting. You know,
it's just like the first million's the hardest, and then after that,
it is.
Yeah.
And speaking of fantastic, I don't know.
Do you remember doing this in high school?
Would you? It's not even showing up. You did such a poor job.
Oh, it went off.
Yeah.
How come it went off? This is Dynamo. No, do it now.
Okay.
Do you remember doing this? Boobless.
But it doesn't even look right because it's better font. Unbelievable. All right.
Do you remember doing that?
This is just great.
But the thing of it is that some people knew.
Most people listen to the show. What is that? That's wrong.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so what happened was I typed into the calculator the number that if turned upside down, it reads boobless. So now if you're listening, you know what I did.
Okay.
Because if people are watching, they get it.
Well, a lot of people catch us later on.
Like when? Like tonight at midnight?
No, they listen to it. They don't watch it because they found out when they watched it the first time, they're like, I got to look at Jeff. And they're like, that's really not worth it to me.
Shut up.
It's true. Would I lie to you?
No, never once.
That's right.
So I had the movie, the 1984 movie.
1984.
Night of the Comet. Now.
Night of the Comet, everybody.
I'm going to... Hey, did you have to...
It's called Night of the Comet.
Wait, did you have to rate your movie, or do we do that?
I did rate the movie,
that's right.
remember? And then you conned me into giving you an extra number, even though that movie sucked so hard.
So here's the thing.
I'm going to take that point back.
Do whatever you want, Tim. Whatever helps you sleep at night.
It's going to happen.
So I had the movie Night of the Comet. Now, I went into this movie being very ready for this. It's the 80s. I grew up in the 80s. I was in high school in 84. I went to malls. I listened to the radio station. I did all these things. I had an Uzi, and I watched this movie, and
wait. You were kind of brushing over that. You had an Uzi? What were you afraid of?
It was a squirt gun Uzi.
All
Did
right.
you have one of those too?
Keep going.
That was pretty cool though. If you had one of those when you were a kid, I didn't have a green machine or a big wheel, but I had a Uzi. I had an Uzi squirt gun.
Yeah.
I wish I had that still. No, I don't.
I was about to say, every once in a while I go, oh, I wish I had that Atari 2600 still. And I'm like, I don't play my brand new Xbox, 360. Well, it's not brand new anymore, but I don't play that thing. And it's got beautiful graphics.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pull out the Atari 2600 and go,
you have all squares.
and there's, the worst version of Pac-Man you ever saw.
One step up of Pong.
Yeah.
So
anyway.
this movie starred Catherine Marie Stewart as the main character.
Stewart.
What did I say, Marie? Yeah, Mary.
Catherine Mary Stewart.
I don't get it. Just
she's
Catherine.
the star.
It's Catherine Stewart.
She's the
Kelly
star.
Maroney.
Yeah.
She's very cute.
Yep.
Robert Beltran, Sharon Farrell, and then there's one that I had to look her up. This one, Mary
Warrenov.
Yep, and then Jeffrey Lewis. He was in
He's in every Clint Eastwood
yes,
movie you can
what's
every
it called?
Which way but
yes,
loose.
Every Which Way But Loose.
Every Which Way But Can.
Yes.
He was in Bronco Billy. He's in all those things.
Yeah, he was in all those. He was his sidekick.
Yeah. Clint Eastwood either directed or produced a lot of his films, so he had his actors he liked to work with, and definitely Jeffrey Lewis.
Wasn't one of them his wife?
His, for a short period, wife Sandra Locke.
Okay.
And they broke up rather acrimoniously.
I don't even know what that means.
It wasn't a good divorce.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyways, what happens in this movie? This takes place in 1984, so you get all the stuff going on.
And things are awesome because it's 1984.
Right, you have malls and you have all this stuff. But it revolves around the fact a comet is coming past the Earth.
Correct.
And you got to think they're thinking like Halley's Comet and all that, but you have a comet coming past the Earth. People are throwing parties or it's like a tailgate party before opening day at County Stadium.
Remember that eclipse that we had and people were actually driving to the
Down.
middle of the country to watch this thing? And I'm like, how lame is this?
Bonnie Raitt singing Total Eclipse of the Heart and all that stuff. They made her sing that like right while it was happening.
Who?
Bonnie Raitt? No.
No.
Bonnie something.
No.
What's her name? See, you can't say no unless you're.
It's not Bonnie Raitt though.
Oh no, Bonnie Raitt's a country singer.
Bonnie Raitt, yeah, and she did. Let's give him something to talk about.
Okay, so anyways,
chat room, look alive out there.
So anyways, this comet's gonna come by. Catherine Stewart, I gotta look up what her real name. Her name in here was Regina, so they called her Reggie. She was kind of a little loosey-goosey. She would have been a fun girl in high school. She's
a pretty girl.
Very pretty. She had the big hair. So did Kelly Maroney.
Yeah. Kelly Maroney, by the way, I shared a limousine ride.
Get out of here.
From
Horror
Realm. This was
2020.
Up. Just before the big lockdown.
Are you serious?
And our good mutual friend, Rich.
Yeah.
I was going to the airport, and he says, we'll throw you in the limo with them. And I'm like, really? Okay, cool. And she kind of kept to herself.
Did you know who it was?
And, yeah, I knew who it was. Of course I knew. I'm not you. I didn't call her, what, Kelly? What would Jeff call Kelly Maroney? Probably Catherine Macaroni. Jeff would say, "Hi, Kathy Macaroni. How are you?"
Is she married? Were you like macking or?
Okay, for crying out loud.
Well, I don't know.
She was a delightful.
Did you talk to her at all?
Talked to her a little bit, but she was kind of like doing travel plans. This was literally the week before everything got locked down.
I get you.
And she was going back to California, which locked down harder than anybody.
Yeah.
So I think she was checking, am I going to be able to, are they going to land a plane? What's going on? That was such a weird flight because on the way out, nobody even cared if you had hand sanitizer or anything. On the way back, they started, What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? It wasn't. This was well before anybody even said the word mask. But they were. It's still like, oh, what's happening? Oh my god. So she was. I think she was preoccupied by that. And you know me, I just don't care about nothing. So I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking, I bet her blood would taste good.
So let me ask you. I know what limos are like. So were you guys sitting across from each other or next to each other or?
No, she was in the backseat. I was like talking to the driver mostly because the driver.
Were you in the backseat too?
Must have been. He must have been a cab driver at some time because he was just chit chatting the whole time.
Really?
I got in the front seat. I'm not a limousine back seat type person.
They got the booze back there.
Yeah.
Oh,
How many times?
I forgot.
Right.
But if
I like being next to the driver just in case I'm attacked by one of my crazed fans, I can jump over into the driver's seat and take off.
I'm gonna see if I can go to the airport this year with somebody. Why is that going? Why is she going? Why?
Because somebody was yelling about front seats and it just gave us trivia about front seats.
Anyways, that's a pretty cool story, Tim. But anyways,
she was very lovely, very nice.
Kelly Maroney is I mean, they're both in this picture, but I kind of like Kelly Maroney a little bit better.
I did.
Does. She's very cute.
Everybody's got their favorite. I'm more of a Catherine Mary Stewart.
So the loose one. So anyways,
whatever way I can get it.
So anyways, all right. This whole comic goes over the earth, whatever. It turns out, and I'm not going to give this away because this is a movie worth watching, so I won't give it all away. Kinda. Okay. Anyways, so people turn to dust, right? But because where Kathy was and where Kelly was, they didn't turn to dust. Now, the thing that bothers me about this movie is, are you trying to tell me this out loud, that them two, Hector, and maybe a couple other people, the only reason they didn't get killed was because they were inside a certain area? Everybody else in the world was killed? And is that what you're trying to tell me?
That's the part of the story that you find far-fetched.
I find that very far-fetched.
But the people running around like zombies and eating each other.
But here's the thing.
That seems normal to you.
Here's the thing. Now, I've seen...
But the thought of possibly being shielded from some sort of radioactive rays or whatever by being in a certain type of room.
Yeah, lead.
It wasn't lead. But
it was.
It wasn't.
It was steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Superman can't see through lead, he can see through steel.
Right. They even talk about that. But you found that was the part of the story. So this is the fish that ate Pittsburgh scoring problem with this film.
There's a lot of other things.
Okay.
The other thing is that there really aren't a lot of zombies in this movie. So
there really aren't. I was surprised because my memories of this movie is that it's a zombie movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there really aren't a ton of zombies.
And I was kind of like, okay, so now I'm thinking to myself, there are some zombies.
There's enough. I mean, it's a horror movie.
But I don't.
Still a horror movie.
Okay, but I don't want to give anything away, and I don't want to sound dumb, but I don't sound dumb anyways. But so it kills all these people, but then some people are zombies. I didn't get that. I didn't get it. But I'm thinking it has to do something with the scientists.
That part of the story has bothered me a while.
There's a lot of...
It's like, why are some people becoming dusty and why are some people becoming zombies? And I'm thinking that instead of being encased in steel, they're encased in a form of space plastic.
Okay. So this movie was basically made in Switzerland because it has so many holes.
Bonnie Tyler did Total Eclipse of the Heart.
There you go. I told you it was a Bonnie.
Oh, you sure told me.
I was close.
Something.
Thank you, whoever put that in there. So anyway,
it wasn't a bot, so it was Trogdor.
Oh, Trogdor. Thank you. So anyway, back to the movie. So there are some zombies whipping around.
Movie? Oh.
There are a lot of dust on the ground. But Tim, get this.
They're dusted.
The coolest part for this movie for me, honestly, was inside the radio station. I loved that part.
Yeah,
I love the inside.
Wasn't it fun looking at 1980s radio station?
A disc jockey the setup.
An
yes,
actual.
but you know what they have wrong, people? If you don't know, you don't know. But I'll tell you so you'll know.
Okay,
so you
thank
look
you.
on there and you'll see this reel-to-reel going, and it's
Oh,
automated,
yeah.
right?
I knew this was
It's
coming.
automated. But here's the
I knew
thing.
this was going to trick. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got it. Hold on. Here we go. We're going to do this twice tonight.
Wow, what a treat.
Really, working with you is always a treat, but
Slash
how
me.
more of a treat.
I don't see Craig Council.
It's in there, but see, it's way up at the top. There's something going on with this thing that I got to figure out.
Yeah,
but,
pitch counts, yeah, that too.
yeah.
Yeah. Cybermetrics in baseball, worst thing ever. But anyways, back to this movie. So in there, so if you see this reel-to-reel, now think about this. This reel-to-reel can only hold 45 minutes worth of material, right? But somebody had to have turned it on. But everybody's dead, okay? And when it runs out, it runs out. So that whole premise was all crazy.
And it seemed like it's pausing at random spots
Right.
during there because now it's going to music, now and I'm like, that isn't how you would do it. You
Nope.
would put it on a cart.
Yep. Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't like this, but I'm like, in a couple more years, Scott Studios comes along and nobody uses tape at all anymore.
Right.
So then it's all going to be on the computer. But it was fun to watch it.
I did. That was probably the highlight of the movie for me, just because I lived that whole thing with that studio and all that. I could really relate to that. It was kind of cool. Same thing with like the mall.
Now, you were good with the equipment at that time?
God,
because,
yeah.
Because I'm watching you struggle with. Frankly, this device seems to have you
No, a bell does not.
confused very often.
I could cut tape with the best of them. Get that razor out, boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
So actually, what happened one time? Can I tell a quick story?
No.
Okay. So anyway,
He's got to tell it anyway.
So I'm filling in overnight at the radio station that I worked for.
Yes. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, it's Laser 103. And when I was there, I was working overnight, and I've never had this come up before. I had to give the emergency
I know this
call
story.
was supposed to come over, right?
Right.
I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know where the button was. And I'm sweating, and I don't ever sweat, but I'm sweating. I'm like in trouble. I don't know how to do this, but I know it has to be done. So all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? While this song is playing, I'm going to make my own tone. So I go in the other room on the reel-to-reel, and I go,
Wait a minute. Is there an emergency? Oh my gosh.
and I did it a couple times. I figured like 30 seconds worth, and I spliced it together. I put it in the other room. All of a sudden, no, this is your warning. And all of a sudden, I played myself. And that was it. No one was the wiser.
Oh my
At least I don't think they were.
All right. So
But anyways, back to the movie.
Comment, yeah.
So they're in this radio studio. Hector somehow bumbles in. He becomes a love interest, and he has to go and check and see if
Hector the penis erector.
that's not even close to anything that we try to keep this thing G-rated.
It was.
So
I said penis.
yeah, you did. So
It's a medical term.
he has to.
I'm a doctor.
He has to go. I have a doctor story. I'll tell you later. So,
Can't wait for this.
well, okay. Can I just
No.
ask your opinion?
Yeah.
Can I?
That's what I'm here
No,
for.
I don't want
Opinion.
to. So, anyways,
Okay, get back on
so he
it,
goes.
please.
He goes home to check on his family. His
God,
family's
she's so
dead.
cute.
Whatever. He comes back. But here's the thing. During that time, Kathy and Kelly, Regina and Samantha, same people, 4 names. They head over to the shopping mall, and they just have a hell of a good time. They're trying on clothes. Don't have to
Did
worry.
you notice something about the music that was playing?
It was 80s music.
It was
But
Girls Just Want to Have
Yes,
Fun, but
yeah.
it was not the Cyndi Lauper
It wasn't Cyndi
version.
Lauper. Nope.
And I waited through the credits to see who sang, and it was somebody else. And I'm like, I've never seen this name before, so I don't know what I'm guessing they didn't have the rights.
It was Bonnie Tyler.
It was not Bonnie Tyler. But I'm thinking they didn't have the rights or something that they had to do that. But it was the perfect song.
It was.
For that montage of it. Basically, this movie kept getting sold as Valley Girls surviving the zombie apocalypse.
Yep.
And that scene kind of...
It was good. But then, I mean, they're trying all this stuff, and I get that. But then the whole shootout scene in there, I didn't like it. I know it's an 80s movie, Tim, but I didn't like it. I thought it was cheesy, cheap. It wasn't good. So what?
It hasn't aged as well as other aspects of the film.
Exactly.
I'll admit that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Though I love the mall scene because you look in the background and go, oh my God.
Yes.
A lot of that. I remember even in the opening scene where they're showing kind of a party.
Yeah.
And they're showing the Florsheim shoe store that they're going past. And I'm like, oh my God, I remember when there were downtown shoe stores or real kind of austere looking shops like that. You don't really see that anymore. Like a shoe shop now looks like there's 10,000 boxes. Florsheim shoes always was it almost looked like somebody's library or, it was all...
And it has smell to it. It has smell to it.
Yeah. I just saw that and I'm like, I should be watching the show right now, but I'm like fixated on the shoe store.
You know what I liked in the opening set of scenes? The boombox. I had a boombox just like that. I love that. That was so cool.
That was so 84.
Oh my God.
It had to be about...
Yes.
The hot time for that. Now, did you notice what video game that she was playing?
Yep.
Which one?
Tempest. I was going to say Tetris, but I know it's
Yeah.
Tempest. And that's another thing. That's another thing. I can tell you.
Did you ever play
but I didn't have any skill. I just zip.
Yeah,
zip,
I did
zip,
what
zip.
everybody else does. You just press that button down.
Yep. But you want to know where the hole in that was? Okay, so they show all the names, right? And then she sees that
I know what you're about
it's
to
number
say.
6. So she's like, I got to beat that. Now, if she beats that number is then now number 7. It just disappeared. If you go ahead of that number, it just moves down. She would have to go 6 times higher to knock it off.
Yeah, she would have had to hit, like 6 of them to get it down, because I think it shows 12 or something on that one. She would have had to win.
Yep.
And they showed it like one time. My only thing on this is she probably did play it a bunch of times to knock it down.
I didn't show that, though.
But
Don't give them the benefit of that. No.
So, yeah, of course.
And then
Jeff doesn't believe that they ever shorten anything. And like, if
that's
they're
something
going to
else
go
that
into
bothers
the
me.
bathroom, Jeff always wants to see them drop trowel, throw their wang out, and give her a good spritz.
No. But you watch these movies, and it's like a movie that takes place over like 10 days or so. Nobody ever sleeps. That's ridiculous. I want to see them get up out of bed and go, okay, it's another day. I got to get out there. No, it just continues from day to day to day.
It's like Midnight Caller. The TV show Midnight Caller was about a radio guy late at night. He had like a late night talk show.
Yeah.
And they never showed him sleeping.
Yeah.
We're like, when does he sleep? And then, your brain turns back on and you say, well, of course they're not going to show him sleeping because it's boring and who wants to see him sleeping?
It's boring, but they could show him wake up and eat a breakfast.
Yeah, I agree. I think that sometimes can happen. Now, in this movie, I wasn't sitting there saying, oh, gee, I wonder when they're sleeping, because I wouldn't sleep either if I was laying next to Catherine Mary Stewart. Or Kelly Murray.
I would after about 2 minutes, and then, all right. Anyways, so
it
back.
It would take you 2 minutes.
So
Go on.
back to this. So really cool scene in the very beginning.
If it was Bonnie Tyler, then.
Jeez. So a really cool scene in the beginning. Some little tidbit here. Sharon Farrell, who plays Doris Belmont, plays some Kelly and Catherine's stepmom in the movie.
Evil stepmom.
Right. So the director wasn't getting the reaction that he wanted out of the scene, and he actually had Sharon slap Kelly. Just slap her, like
for
really,
real
for real.
Yeah.
And he got the scene that he wanted. So, I mean, that's pretty cool to hear that. I mean, they did.
Well, that happened in Jaws in the famous slap scene.
I don't know what scene that is.
That's where the mother comes up to Brody and says,
Oh, really?
You knew about
Really?
the shark and you still let people swim?
She really, on the first try, or, I mean, did they not get in the scene they wanted?
I forget the entire story, but I think I think he had the shit slapped out of him.
Why?
I mean, she was pounding on him, which is what I would do to Kathy.
Here we go again. So here we go.
Okay.
So let me wrap this up and get you a score.
Okay.
So somehow they bring this think tank people in to get like the people that are still alive, but then a think tank person kills herself. You know what? That was really weird. I think
That's the sci-fi angle of the story.
Do you say Tom or Thom?
Thom.
Okay, so Thom Eberhardt, who wrote and directed this. I like to get people's names right.
Right.
Who wrote and directed this. I think he had some really good ideas, but then I think he went off like on an acid trip and he had those really good ideas and he didn't remember what he did and he put them all together because it was kind of jumbly in this. But
kind of jumbly.
But I'm going to leave it at that. So you have zombies, you have Comet, and then you have think tank sci-fi all mixed into one in the 80s in a shopping mall in Southern California.
Fun for the whole family.
So this is how I'm going to rate this.
Okay.
This is a movie that you would want to watch if you're having people over and you're having some cocktails and not cocktails, you're having beer. All right. You have a kegger going. You have some pizza. You guys are just having a good time. You're not You're not really watching the movie, but you know what's in the background. It's one of those.
It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie.
It's a filler fun movie.
Yeah.
Now, it has the 80s in it. It's got a cheerleader in it. So it's going to get some points for me. It's sort of like the home team in a football game automatically gets 3 points. They get a 3-point home court advantage, home field advantage. I'm going to give this movie a 6.
6, okay. A
Give it
6 from Jeff.
I would watch it, but I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't brag about it.
No.
All right.
I liked it.
I think that's fair. I wasn't this isn't the greatest film on earth, but it's a lot of fun.
It is.
I enjoy it. I think, and I didn't see her log in, but Susie Snowflake told me that's one of her guilty pleasure type of movies, and I think that's exactly what this is.
There's a good word, guilty pleasure.
Yeah, you're not like
look at that.
proud
That's
of
awesome.
it. That Uzi seems fun.
No,
yeah.
I'm talking about the cheerleading outfit, and that's really cool. They kept the streets of LA or wherever they shut this, desolate. That looked pretty cool too.
There's some mechanics behind doing that, with having police shut down things.
But it's pretty damn cool.
It is neat. I always love that when they can get that in a movie.
And it's not like CGI or anything like that.
Right. Okay, so that means we're getting to the end of the show, which means we get to do a little bit of what we like to call, and here it comes, there we go, trivia time.
First trivia of the year.
The way that trivia goes is each of us will read 3 prepared statements. 3 prepared statements.
I like the way you say that.
And you're welcome. And with these prepared statements, Jeff, you somehow fell off the. Oh, you're moving around on your seat again.
I can do it.
You okay?
I can do this too.
One of the 3 prepared statements is a complete lie.
It's like prepared mustard.
That was like prepared pizza coming up just now. But anyway, what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Did we trigger Jeff again?
No, go ahead.
Mount. All
right, let's go.
Okay.
You want to ask me first?
No, you can go first. I'm ready.
All right.
I have to guess the false one.
Yes.
The other 2 need to be actually true.
Yep. Yeah. I just want to make sure that I pronounce this guy's name right.
Oh, good luck.
I'll just point to him on here.
Pascal.
Yes, Pascal. So,
okay. Sofiane Sormani.
Sofiane is also known as Fiscano, and he's actually a French rapper. Camille Rowe.
And he raps through his nose.
Camille Rowe has dual citizenship as French and American. And
But she only speaks French.
And Pauly Shore, in his 2003 movie, Pauly Shore is Dead, fakes his own death in a diving accident.
That's actually true. I've seen that movie, unfortunately. So I'm going to go with the rapper because, well, you know what? The rapper you think sounds more false. So I'm going to go with Camille Rowe. I'm going to say that she does not have dual citizenship.
She does.
Ah,
dun, dun,
crap.
dun,
Okay, whoops.
Whoa,
That's
Ginga.
what I meant to say. There we go.
Tim, you must have got that Pauly Shore movie mixed up because he didn't fake his death in a diving accident in that movie.
He didn't?
No.
Well, I finally missed the Pauly Shore question.
I put that on there for you.
Biodome. I should have watched Biodome again. Let me tell you, I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy.
Biodome is actually pretty good.
Really?
Yes.
I've never seen Encino Man, and I've always wanted to see that because Brendan Fraser. I like Brendan Fraser.
I like the chick that's in Biodome, the one that's in Big Daddy. What's her name? Joey something, right?
No idea.
Joey Lawrence. Not Joey Lawrence.
Yeah,
it's
I know
something
who you're
similar to
about.
that.
Chat room. Anyway.
Chat room.
Yeah. So, Night of the Comet.
Bring it on, baby.
You're ready for this.
I'm ready. I was born ready.
Okay. Both Kelly Maroney.
Born naked also.
Wow. Both Kelly Maroney and Catherine Mary Stewart got their start as soap opera actresses.
Okay.
Recently, Catherine Mary Stewart has been making Hallmark movies.
Okay.
That's number 2. And number 3, Catherine Mary Stewart was the love interest to Charlie Sheen in the not-so-classic ghost film, The Wraith. So again, both of the female leads started out as soap opera actresses. Catherine Mary Stewart is making Hallmark movies, which Jeff and his wife absolutely love.
So I know that's true.
And Charlie Sheen was her co-star in the ghost film The Wraith.
Okay, can I ask a question about the third statement?
Yeah.
Can I get a year on that?
1986. Yes, 1986.
You know what? The Hallmark movie one is correct. I've seen her in Hallmark movies.
You have? How's she looking?
Good. She looks like this picture over here.
Oh, cool. That looks like Camille.
Okay, well, but I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Okay, Kelly Maroney and Kathy Maroney. So Kelly Maroney, no, because you know what? I looked at Kelly Maroney, and and her first thing was this movie. So that means that the Charlie Sheen one has to be correct. So I'm going to say both Kelly Maroney and Catherine Mary Stewart got their start as soap opera actresses is false. What?
Actually, they both did get their start. In fact, Kelly Maroney was in over 300 episodes of Ryan's Hope. Yeah,
but
Ryan's
that was before this movie?
Yeah, she was a child actress.
Oh, that's...
What? She was a child actress.
So which one is false?
So the false one is that Catherine Mary Stewart was the love interest in The Wraith. It was Sherilyn Fenn plays the... But it was of the time where Catherine Mary Stewart was making big movies. She did have the lead, the female lead in The Last Starfighter.
She did.
Yeah.
Wasn't
but
she
I
in a
knew
movie?
you knew The Last Starfighter, so I went away from that film.
Was she in with Charlie Sheen in any movies?
Not that I know of.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
Sorry.
Damn it.
No, I'm really sorry.
What the shit?
It hurts my feelings.
It doesn't.
Yeah, go ahead and click on Kelly Maroney. He doesn't believe me.
I believe you, but I got to see it for myself.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, go ahead and click it.
What's wrong with this computer?
Well, you have to click things is how it works.
That's what she said.
Okay, see, now you got to go all the way.
I know.
You
I thought I did
down. This. Ryan's Hope.
Mother.
319
Mother
episodes.
Trucker.
Look at that.
And look at her. First one, Fast Time. Oh, my God.
Guess what she played in Fast Times on Ridgemont High?
a cheerleader. I know.
Yes.
She was the head cheerleader.
Yes, she was.
I studied this stuff, but not enough.
Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity.
That sucks.
Wow. I'm surprised. I actually thought you were going to get them both, but
Tim, that
bad.
sucks because I looked at this because I'm like, okay, whatever movies is she in? Da, da, da.
okay. Now
Man, I must have stopped. I must have stopped right. Wait.
I gave
Must have stopped right
3
there.
on the sports movie, and you were 6. And then Jeff gets the extra bonus point because he conned me, so that's 4. And then neither of us got the trivia. So right now I'm ahead, but by such a puny margin. This is nothing in this.
Tim, this
nothing in this.
Tim,
show.
I am devastated right now.
You are, because you are so sure. You were so sure.
Because I went this far down. I didn't go all the way
By
down.
the way, do you look at the credits there right now? Do you see what other movie she was in? Because you were asking me about this.
Jolene, Joanne.
Look up.
Oh, Chopping Mall.
Chopping Mall. You were asking me about that not too long ago.
I did, yeah.
And we did talk to her at Horror Realm. And I believe if you look at the panels on YouTube for Otherworldly Culture, you should find that entire interview with Kelly Maroney talking about this film, Night of the Comet, and, of course, Chopping Mall.
The Wraith.
Yeah,
R-W-R-A-I-T.
T-H, right.
Oh, there's a...
Yeah, it's a real
And she-
movie.
and Charlie Sheen's in that.
Sheen's in it, but she is not
who's the
the
cast?
female lead. The female
Cheryl
lead, there's
Fenn.
Sherilyn Fenn, and let me tell you, she looks delicious.
Yeah, wasn't she in Twin Peaks or something?
She was very good, very good.
I do know some things.
Yeah, it's very few, but yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go now to the preview section.
Unreal.
Which
That's
always
just...
gets
Oh,
Jeff
Brooke
all-
Burke. Brooke Burke is in here?
very young.
Wow.
Very young. I think our chat room looked it up for me earlier, and she was like 15 years old.
She's fantastic. She's...
Oh, she's top drawer. Yeah. So anyway,
Top drawer?
Top drawer.
Oh, jeez, I don't know what that
Top
means.
drawer.
All right,
Okay.
anyways. Oh,
so
no.
coming up next week here on Dead on the Bases.
Yep.
We have 2 great movies. Jeff, why don't you tell me about your movie?
All I have to say is 2 words. David Naughton.
David
Naughton is in this movie. He's in Hot Dog the movie. It's a skiing movie. It's one of those 80s ski movies that they had like a ton of them during the time. It's going to be fun, and fun.
You know, when you said I only have 2 things to say about the show, I was like, yep, and I can see them.
Double D. All right.
Well, the film that I'm going to be
Oh, my
giving
God.
Jeffy Baby is Halloween, John Carpenter's masterpiece. It's the night that he came home. This is what introduced Michael Myers to
Man.
admirers of every age. 1970s film.
I don't know if I can
Most people, it was not the first slasher movie, but it is the movie that popularized slasher films.
I don't know if I can even handle it, even seeing this right now. Even seeing this cover, this movie box cover. I don't
The
even know if I
movie
can handle it.
box cover. Yeah, now what we have asked our listeners and viewers is if you are in an area and let's say, one of your elderly parents or grandparents recently died. They probably had those adult diapers.
Stop.
Send the adult diapers.
Stop.
And
Stop.
where we will send it to is Jeff Miller's Depends. And you just send that right to care of Dead on the Bases, and we will make sure Jeff has these on so he does not upset Tango.
I don't know how I'm going to watch this. So
in
here,
little sections is my guess.
no, I kind of want to watch
or
the whole
like
thing.
this.
No.
It'll be like that.
Okay, so this is how I'm thinking. I kind of want to watch it in the middle of the day, but then I'm like, that's kind of a wuss way out.
No.
So then
I'm going to tell you, do watch it in the middle of the day.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Watch it in the middle of the day.
I'm thinking about watching at night with the lights off.
Don't affect your sleep by watching this
Tim, I don't
terrifying
sleep now.
film.
I don't sleep.
This terrifying film. You just watch
Tim,
it.
I don't know if I can. Can I? You know,
No.
we should have like a veto where I can veto one.
Okay, here's the thing, Jeff. You would use it every season. I would never use it.
Am I regretting this?
Yeah, you are. And it's fun to watch. fun to watch. You're gonna come out of this, and this is the same director that did The Thing.
Yeah, but that's a good movie.
You're gonna come out of this, and you're gonna say, "Wow, Tim, I wish you would have given that to me earlier. It's such a fun and exciting film. It really changed my life."
I think the way I'm going to watch this movie is I'm going to watch it, and then immediately after that, I'm going to watch Hot Dog. So I can kind of erase all this crap in my head before I go to sleep.
That's not a bad strategy.
But this is so scary because it's like a Muskego suburb. It's like the guys walking around their backyard.
It's not a haunchy.
No, but Tim. I don't even know why I said this.
We're already over time.
I don't care.
You're just freaking out for fun now.
Tony, no, I'm not.
You are freaking
Tony
out
Moran,
for fun.
You better make this worth it. All 6 seconds of you.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. a new thing to the trigger box: video boxes.
Hope you had a
to the trigger.
Yeah, list. Joey Lawrence Adams. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
No, Larone.
Joey Lauren Adams.
Ouch. All right. Anyways, let's wrap her up.
It is time to close the crypt and call the game. I almost got it wrong.
Okay.
Thank you all. Quiet. Thank all of you for watching, and remember to share and subscribe to our show and the feed. You can find the show at otherworldlyculture.com and follow the show on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Pandora, iHeart, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and heck, any other place you can think of where you find podcasts. We're probably there. I may not even know about it yet.
I know, and if we weren't out of time, I'd read one of my emails, but we're out of time. We'll have to catch you next week.
Oh, darn it all. So keep those emails coming in, and Jeff will keep forgetting to read them. And remember, if it is sports, it's a home run. If it's horror, run home! We're dead on the bases, and we will see you next time. Oh my God. .com? How is that spelled? Tell me how that's spelled. Not spelled that way. Oh, God. I love that story, though. And you know what?
I forgot I told you it.
The best part of that story, Jeff,
yeah,
is you know it's true. You know it's true because that's exactly what happens. They send you into the studio. You don't know what the heck you got there.
Yep.
They never have it set up for you. So then that stuff happens, and you're like, how long am I going to do it? Thank goodness they used to have longer songs.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the old days.
Yeah. And
now they're like